This episode of PromoAM is brought to you by Promo Corner. Want to support a sales campaign and reach a larger audience? Raise your brand awareness with content sponsorships. For more information, contact sales@promocorner.com.
Good morning and welcome to PromoAM. I'm your morning anchor, Amelia Model, and joining me this morning is Roger Burnett. Roger, how are you doing?
Good morning.
Hi. So Roger, you work for Social Good Promotions, and your title that I'm assuming you gave yourself is a promise maker. Did you give yourself that title?
I did.
Did you ask, was there a survey involved as what your title should be?
There was no survey involved. We just know that our business is about making promises to people. And interestingly enough, my promise maker role is then matched with Carrie Keister, who works with me in the promise keeper role. So frequently when a customer will ask me a question, I have to answer that I have to check with the promise keeper, because promise makers can't make promises that promise keepers can't keep.
I like that. That kind of sounds like a typical male-female relationship to me, though. The man gets the promise and the woman has to keep it. But it's a good yin and yang for sure.
Absolutely.
So Roger is a contributor. How long have you been a contributor with Promo Corner?
I started back in 2018, I think. When I returned to the promotional products industry, I did that with a article that I published on Promo Corner about my return. And many of the articles that I write are titled to go along with songs from artists that I'm really enjoy listening to. And the first one was called Mama, I'm Coming Home.
Never heard that one before.
Never.
Little known fella named Ozzy.
You got it.
All right. Well, Promo Corner has been doing a Meet the Contributor segment where we've been doing social media posts and kind of getting to know you guys more than just the words on the paper or the words on the screen that you guys are writing. So we put out a survey, asked some questions. So I'm just going to ask you those questions and you can give the answers and nobody will know if you changed them from, we'll see what happens.
Fair.
So number one, name or what is a surprising fact about you?
What is a surprising fact about me? Gosh, I don't remember what I wrote. I guess the surprising fact about me is that I'm a published author. That I wrote a book, co-authored a book with my friend Stan Phelps called Red Goldfish Promo Edition, How Promotional Products Use Purpose to Leverage Impact.
Very cool. Was there an interning position, something you tried to intern for that was surprising that we would not know about you?
Oh, not an intern. Actually, my first time I ever got on a plane was to fly to Langley, Virginia to had applied for a program where you got a job with the CIA and they paid for college for every year that you worked for them. There was 2,000 applicants. I made the round of 200 and they only ended up picking 20. But boy, what an eye-opening experience to actually, I took a lie detector test as part of that whole process as an 18-year-old. So that was something for sure.
Now, be honest, is that your only lie detector test you've taken in your life?
So far.
You're still young. That's awesome. How your world would have changed had that with that direction.
Yeah, it's crazy. It was really eye-opening experience, no doubt.
That's awesome. So what is a skill you would like to master?
I would learn how to be a much better golfer because I devote way too much time, effort, and money to that sport to be as bad at it as I am. I'm bad at it.
I would ask you what your handicap means, but I won't know if you tell me because that's about my golf expertise. So
if anyone is interested, I'm a 20 handicap. So there you go.
Sounds good to me. And what's your favorite vacation destination?
Ooh, we have been so many places. We like to do the national parks, and we've been to Grand Canyon, we've been to Yosemite, we've been to Zion, we've been to Bryce Canyon. And I'm just going to lump all the parks into one category because there's so many more of them to be seen. And we have really big plans in our near immediate future to try to do that. So we're really, really excited to continue that adventure.
Now, when you do that, do you like rent an RV and travel and do the whole experience, or you like fly to a city, get a cabin?
Some of both. We've done each of those, but our future facing plans, we are having a Mercedes Sprinter van converted into a tiny RV on wheels. We should have it by August 1st. And that will be our means of transportation going forward as we make our journeys to said parks. We're very excited.
That sounds awesome. And your kids are out of the house, right? So it's just you and your wife now. So even better. That gets
60,
close.
60 square feet of rolling luxury, I guess, is what we're dealing with. 60 square feet. Imagine you and your spouse in 60 square feet.
Thanks. Hard pass on that. So that leads into your next question, or my next question for you. What is your most prized possession?
We have had the really good fortune to live on an inland lake here in Michigan for going on 20 years. And it's our home, it's our place to entertain, it's our beautiful view out the window. And we've made just incredible memories here. And while we are going to make more memories out on the road, we will never, ever, ever probably get rid of this place because so much of what's happened with our family happened here. And I love living here. I really do.
Awesome. Awesome. What about your favorite food? What does one Roger Burnett like to eat?
Woo, we are big time foodies. So that's a toughie of a question, but I something fresh caught from the ocean that we know is super, super like just came to the plate is one of my favorite things to take advantage of. And there's a really, believe it or not, there's a really excellent culinary scene going on here in Metro Detroit. And we've managed to become reasonably good friends with a number of the chefs at those restaurants. So usually if something new is coming onto a menu, we get tipped off to that faster than the average Joe. So I've had opportunities to be in those places with those kinds of experiences on numerous occasions. And it's always just a great memory.
Very cool. Now, what do you drink? What's your favorite beverage when you're out?
I'm a bourbon guy. Dyed in the wool bourbon guy.
Does it matter? Are you a bourbon snob? Do you have a preferred brand or?
My everyday bourbon is Buffalo Trace, which anything that has like I like Vermont cheddar cheese. I like, things that have a spice note to them, and Buffalo Trace is just amazing when it comes to that. And it's hard to find here in Michigan. It's not the easiest to get your hands on. So when we get our hands on a bottle, we cherish that.
You need to make friends with your local liquor store owners, which is what we've done. So then you say, we'll buy a case, and you go in with friends and you're like, we're just going to order it because otherwise you'll be waiting forever to get it. How about your favorite movie?
Gosh, this one was this was a specific challenge because I did story brand training with Don Miller, and Don has in his book How to Build a Story Brand, he talks about the fact that movies follow a very common pattern, so much so that those of us who have been trained in the methodology usually know what's going to happen in a movie in about the first 8 minutes of what goes on. But I would say that forever and for always, my movie that I will always go back to is The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah, the whole series, even number 3, as bad as it is.
I was gonna ask, are you prefer one because
2 is my favorite. 2 is my favorite. 1 is right up there. 3 is, but you got it. It's kind of like the kids. You got to accept them all.
Are you really just wanting? Is it The Godfather where they find the horse head in the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct. We're gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. That's what that turned out to be.
Good one. Good one. Okay, now I'm not familiar with these people, but for your musical taste, who is your favorite band or singer?
So Amelia, are you familiar with a band called the Drive-By Truckers?
No.
Can't say that you are. Okay. So a very seminal, they call it alt country. And so those of you
I'll do country.
Well, this is not even, this is like bluesy country. This is like,
Okay.
you know, not your pop country that everybody else listens to. So Jason Isbell was one of the founders of that band, and he's gone on to have a solo career. His wife is an artist by the name of Amanda Shires. She too is a tremendously talented artist, and they together frequently will perform on the road together, but his band name is the 400 Unit. But strongly recommend anybody who is into really, really great songwriting and storytelling to give Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit a listen. You will not be sorry that you did.
Okay, I'll have to look it up. Kind of more of your 90s hip hop girl. I still like my old school jams.
Well, we can break it down with some Humpty Dance if we need to. No, I'm right there with you.
The underground, man. I know them.
Absolutely.
And your favorite song, is it by said band or is your favorite song by another band? Do you have a song?
This is like picking from all your favorite children. Like, how do you pick one favorite song?
I can't. I don't.
Well, here's what I'd tell you. We curate a playlist on Spotify for Social Good Promotions. And I would say that that playlist is chock full of what I would consider really meaningful, important songs that in some way, shape, or form mean something to me. So if you want to get comfortable with the music that I like, that would be a great place for you to start.
Okay, so where do we go to find that? Tell everybody.
So go to Spotify and just look for in the playlist section, search So Good.
So Good.
So Good playlist. It's
okay.
particular to our business, and I think we're over 120 songs at this point.
Awesome. Okay, everybody, that's a good one to check out. So you get more than just a song, you get So Good experience because it's
hours.
So good.
Hours.
Awesome. Thank you, Roger. I hope everyone knows a little bit better. I have one random question. It's not on here. Do you get or do you have a celebrity lookalike or a doppelganger?
Okay. Well, I used to get, when I had more hair, I used to get Robert Downey Jr. a lot.
Oh, okay.
But lately, I get Seth MacFarlane a fair amount. So that one seems to have stuck. I like the Robert Downey Jr. one way better, but we'll take what we get.
I have thought Seth since I first met you probably 8 years ago. I had to do a double take. I don't know what it is, but take it.
All right.
Sign some autographs, get some free stuff.
There you go. You got it.
All right. Thanks, Roger, for joining us. That's going to do it for us this morning. This is Amelia Model from PromoAM wishing you a happy PM. Bye.